Right, everybody, there we go. Mike was muted. We are here again and back for the Helheim Racing, but Formula 2 of this little mini season we are doing. It is round 3 of the mini season, and today out here in Miami, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, today, as Crit says in the chat, it is a one-shot qualifying straight into a dynamic 100% F2 race. So, one-shot qualifying to begin now. Unfortunately, I'm really sorry to say this, I haven't been able to get the race intro sorted tonight. I've been super busy because I've had a co-commentator for the first time on the race I've just done before this, and I had to get all of it sorted, and it won't happen again. I'll get it sorted for next week, but yeah, for next week on Wednesday. But yeah, been mega busy, mega busy. But yeah, the race went decently well with the co-commentator. Hopefully we can have him here at Helheim Racing at some point in the future. Blake in the chat, good to see you, mate. How are you doing? But yes, Crazy Hurdler at the moment for the Formula 2, ladies and gentlemen, is having a very nice sprint one-shot qualifying. Of course, can he finish his lap off on a high in the Prema here today? And also Big Bazooms behind that in the Invicta car. We'll see what he can do towards the end of this lap, ladies and gentlemen. Looking very strong from Crazy Hurdler. RJ just got his foot in the door as well. Now he drops right down to 10. But unfortunately, that is the way it goes. Crazy Hurdler has been consistent throughout the entire one-shot qualifying, and could he take pole position today in the Prema? He is going to fire it down towards the line, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Crazy Hurdler, who's led this session for the whole entire lap so far. Can he continue it on a high? Can he finish it on a high is the question. Here he comes up towards the left-hander, and to the final few corners here in Miami. Crazy Hurdler, will it be pole position in Formula 2 in Miami for round 3? Over the line in the Prema, it's Crazy Hurdler on pole position. Big Bazoom, second place then, with a 5/10 gap. That is very big indeed, the pole margin. Huge pole margin. Mental stuff. I'm quickly just going to clarify in the chat that no race intro. But yes, everybody, finished results for qualifying. Crazy Hurdler takes pole position from Big Bazoom, second place. Mike, third from Blazed, 4. T-Pain, 5. Venom, 6. RJ, 7. Crit, 8. ST9. Elmas, 10. And Peter in P11 for the race, ladies and gentlemen. As I'm going to quickly let them know, like I said, no race intro. There we go. Right, if you're in the chat, everybody, and you haven't sent us a follow here at Jack Rosty Comms, make sure you do, because you're going to see racing like this all the time. Good racing like this all the time. It is very good indeed. And yeah, if this is the kind of thing you enjoy, make sure you give us a follow so you get a notification every time we go live. Helheim Racing, one of the best leagues that we commentate on here in Jack Rosty Comms. And yeah, if not the best league that we commentate on, actually. So make sure you're here to watch these ones. The Formula 2 at the moment, of course, the season did end. So we are here for a bit of Formula 2 action before the F1 season begins in a few weeks' time. Also, before the race gets going, I'm going to just quickly go through a few things. Before we start. Hang on. We should be starting pretty soon, but if I can get through a few things, that'd be great. Let's have a look, shall we? Right. Points at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, for the F2 before we start. It's looking very good for RJ. He's got 11 points ahead of T-Pain, and he's leading the World Championship standings. T-Pain, second place. Big Bazooms is in third. JC in 4, Rated 5. Batmy God in 6, Venom 7, Critical Presence 8, Master 9, SG 10, Peter 11, and then Jury and Betty down at the bottom of the standings then for the F2s. So biggest at the moment is RJ. He's doing a very good job this season, and he signs a big bit of news. It is a big bit of news. RJ signs for Red Bull for the new season, everybody. With Rated F1, they will be on a team for the brand new season coming up. Going to be quite exciting indeed. Rated and RJ, it's going to be a good pairing. Which is that's going to be very nice, isn't it? I think that's going to be quite nice. See RJ in the Red Bull. Hopefully, he can do very well. JC and Venom have signed for the McLaren team for the new season, and Betty and Big Bazooms are in the Ferrari for this season. So, new season coming up very soon. Make sure you are here for it, everybody. It's going to be an exciting one. I think Helheim Racing as well have just partnered with Sim Racing Centre, which is pretty big. If I get a bit of time, I'll go through that during the race. But you know, maybe it's going to be a mental race, and I won't have time. We'll just have to see what it's going to be like here for the Formula 2s, everybody. And speak of the F2s, the formation lap begins as Crazy Hurdler gets going off the line in the Prema. The Invicta car of Big Bazoom second place. Blazed in the AIX, then in P4. T-Pain just behind in the Campos. Venom in the Van Amersfoort racing car in P6. RJ in the high-tech, so is Critical Presence. STE in the Campos as well. Elmes in the AIX, and Peter in the Invicta as well, just the same as Big Bazooms, who's up in second place. Well, here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. This F2, I think you call it a feature race, possibly, is about to get underway. 100% distance, but that normally takes around the same time as a Formula 1 50% race. So if you're joining us and wondering how long it's going to take, it will pretty much just be the exact same as what we are normally used to in the F1. So make sure you stick around. It's going to be exciting. If you're in the chat, let us know. Give us a bit of pre-race hype, and yeah, let us know you're there. Blake, of course, was joining us. Critical Presence has been in the chat as well, so it's very nice to see some support. We managed to hit the 600 followers, everybody, as well. I'm very, very grateful for that. I can't believe we even did it. Mental milestone. We managed to reach it, and you know, it's only possible due to, you know, some of the good racing action that leagues like this, Helheim Racing, managed to give me. These guys never miss, do they? Never, ever miss. Is BRL and VRL merging into one league? I've got no idea. At the minute, I'm not entirely sure. But I'll find out for you. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. The anticipation, the hype for the drivers is building. RJ, who is leading the World Championship, is down in P7. So not a good start from him today in the Formula 2s in Miami. He's going to have to really pull a good trick out of that today to do well and to, you know, defend that championship lead. But here we go. The drivers all line up. We just wait for Peter in the Invicta to line up at the back. And here we go then, everybody. The race about to begin for the Formula 2s here in Helheim Racing. Crazy Hurdler on pole position, and it is lights out, and away we go. Let's go then down into turn one. Crazy Hurdler in the Prema. He's going to have a very nice start. Look at the gap already. Big Bazooms is trying to hold on to third then. Bit of damage there, I think, on the AIX driver, Blaze, who's picked up a bit of damage there on the front wing, just trying to stay within reaches. RJ, this is the trick we were asking for. Here he goes then, from 7 to P5, on the verge of P4. This is looking very nice for the championship leader, who's looking to try and make the move up on Big Bazooms in the Invicta. Here comes RJ. He's made up 2 positions from the start with 32 laps at the race distance today. We've got a long while for these moves to come in. I think Peter in the Invicta's gone around. Is in the chat. Aiden Noon, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us after the commentary we did earlier. Good to see you. And here comes RJ. This is what I'd love to see. Can RJ make the move on Big Bazooms? Absolutely can. Into P4. That is beautiful. And he takes 4th position in the race. Next up on his list to overtake is T-Pain, who actually is in second place in the World Championship standings, everybody. So these two are really fighting for it today. It is RJ with 41 points, T-Pain with 30 points, 11-point difference. At the moment, T-Pain will score better than him, which is gonna, obviously it's gonna go in the favour of T-Pain today, but long while left, and RJ is seeming to have a bit of speed behind him. RJ started, many drivers here actually, most of the drivers have started on the super softs, which feels really weird saying because I don't think I've ever even commentated on a race with super softs before. But yes, mental stuff. I actually forgot that Formula 2 used that tyre. But yeah, super softs for all the, I think it's the super softs that they're called. All the drivers are starting today. There's a few on the hards, I think I just saw. No, sorry, a few on the mediums, Big Bazoons, Venom and Blaze, who start on the medium compound tyre today. But the two Premas up in 1 and 2 of Crazy Herder and On Air with Mike, they're having a very nice start to this race, they really are. And, you know, at this moment in time, the Prema team is locking out that 1 and 2, which is what they want to be doing here today. Behind that, T-Pain then in 3, trying to keep RJ at bay. This man is absolutely crazy in the Formula 2s. As somebody hits the wall there, Mike hits the wall, the Prema drops down to 4. Here comes RJ all the way from P7 up to P2. It's an absolute graft from the high-tech racing driver, and he is doing incredibly well today, up in second place, ladies and gentlemen. He is now 1 position away from getting up at the top. He is defending that championship lead brilliantly in this race, ladies and gentlemen. And we will just see, you know, how well that progresses across the course of the race. Good to see the support in the chat tonight. It's good to see Aidan joining us once again. Blake as well, critical presence. Thanks for your support tonight, everybody, as the Formula 2s are really just getting into it now. Crazy Hurdler, 3 seconds between him and RJ. RJ does have some speed in these F2s. I've got to give it to him. He really does have some speed in these Formula 2 cars. I don't know if they better suit his needs, but it's definitely seeming that way. So, yeah, at the minute, here's dropping back a little bit to Crazy Hurdler. The gap came down, then it went up. And it just fluctuating just a little bit. He seems to gain a little bit through the first sector, though, so that may be where he's a bit more confident here in Miami. As Elmez and Blaze, the two AIX drivers, having a bit of a scrap behind. Into P6 goes Elmez, blazed down to 7 in this race, ladies and gentlemen. Good stuff so far, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get the... oh, track map is already up, so we can see that. The grid separating out already. Crazy Hurdler 3.4 to RJ. And if you're in the chat, everybody, and you've got an Amazon Prime subscription and you want to show some support, you can subscribe to the channel for absolutely free with an Amazon Prime subscription. So if you want to do that, if you want to show support for us, you're more than welcome to do that. It helps us a hell of a lot. And of course, the new F1 game is coming out soon, so the support for that would be immense. So yeah, free Prime subscription you can get with Amazon Prime. You can go ahead and do that. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you follow the channel to get the notification for every time that I go live. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I have to do that, but just to show you support, they are some of the best ways you can do so on the streams, everybody. But Crazy Hurdler is going to fly towards the line. He's got 3.2 seconds gap between him and RJ. He's having a very nice race so far. He really is. On now, lap 4 of 32 in this race. Of course, 100% race that we have here for the Formula 2. Oh, I've gone down a bit too far there. There we go. 100% race that we have here for the Formula 2s, which, like I mentioned earlier, if you wasn't here, it's pretty much the same race distance as the F1 50%. So Elmez going through best Venom then. That is very nice indeed. Up to P5 for Elmez. Venom drops down to 6 in this race in the Van Amersfoort car. And he is going to have to try and pick up on the pieces very soon if he wants a good chance of doing well. So far, no penalties across the grid. It's looking very clean. Mike in the pit lane then, getting on a new wing, getting the new tyres on. If you didn't know, Formula 2 pit stops, of course, only allowed 1 guy per wheel, as opposed to the F1 one, they have 3. So pit stops are a little bit slower, sorry, in in the F2 compared to the F1, so that does play a big difference in pit stops. But Blaze and STE are having a bit of a scrap at the moment. Can the Campos driver manage to stick it up the inside line, maybe get through past Blaze? No, he can't at the minute. He's getting down on the power though quite well on the super softs, and I'm not entirely sure how long they're going to last for. But a few drivers on the hards, the majority on the super softs today. But yeah, I don't really understand strategy as much with the F2, so I don't know. I don't know how long them super softs are going to last, because, you know, given that the softs don't last very long, these should die very fast. So, you know, we will see about that. We'll see, you know, what happens to do with the fluctuation of the gaps and stuff. Let's have a look in the future. Lap 5 of 32 then, ladies and gentlemen. Still on 605 followers. We did break that 600 a few days ago. If you weren't there for it, it was a very good moment. You managed to get the 600 followers. It means a hell of a lot, and this will apply to you guys most, actually, in Helheim, because you guys are just great. We're going to be at Jack Rusty Comms setting up a charity race very soon, because we hit the 600. We're going to be setting up a charity race, raising money for a charity, and we're going to get 4 drivers from each league that are commentating. So that's 5 leagues, 4 drivers from each, 5 leagues, 20 people, and we'll get a full grid. Probably doing maybe a mini little tournament, or maybe we're going to do a full qualifying and full race, and raise a bit of money for a charity and try and get some people in there and do a good thing. So yeah, if you'd be interested in that, let me know, and that is going to be in the pipelines, you know, very soon. When I get a bit of time, we're going to sort that out for the big 600. Also on YouTube, we are 2 subscribers away from 800 subscribers, so it is also kind of celebrating that as well. So yeah, it's been a pretty good ride, and we've managed to accumulate some very nice followers, everybody. But here we go. A lovely battle is forming as we head down the straight, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Venom on Elmez. Will it be a move into the inside line? It's looking like it might just not be. He stays back for now. And he stays back in P6, ladies and gentlemen, as Elmez tries to get ahead and stay ahead, which he does in the AIX at the moment. Here comes Venom then, I'll start again. Sticking it up the inside line. Can he get ahead in the Van Amersfoort car? Yes, he can for now. Just marginally ahead through past Elmez, and he does him in there. He gets through to P5, and it's a very nice move indeed from him. Good stuff. Good stuff for Venom as the race continues. Lap 6 of 32. Blake, I'd be happy to race with Vero. Vero wouldn't be in there, mate, because... well, I do commentate on it, but I wouldn't be able to fit it in, so I'd probably have... The leagues that I would have would be Helheim Racing, Helheim, Formula B, they're both the Sunday races at the minute, PGS on the Thursdays, Wednesdays, Fridays is CPG, that's 4, and then... Hang on, I must have... I think I've got room for another one. I'm not sure. We're going to work it out. But anyway, if there is room, everybody, I'll let Volta Racing League get in there as well. There's up the inside, ST trying to get through. This is lovely stuff then from the Campos. No, he said the Red Bull then. As the AIX driver goes right over the curb there, picks up a 3-second penalty for himself as well. That isn't going to go too well with him at all. Here comes STE up towards the backside of Blazed, and he's going to make that move very nicely indeed up to P7, ladies and gentlemen. He gets ahead. Behind is Blazed, but he's not going to settle for 8th, is he? He has got a penalty, but he wants to be ahead in the race. He's going to try and catch an STE. He'll pick up the DRS then. The drag reduction system gets wide open. He's going to look for the move down the inside, but he stays back. Stays a bit more conserved then as the Campos goes very wide there on the track, but he does stay ahead in P7. Doesn't really affect too much at this minute in time. Here we go, then the battles continue down the straight, everybody. As T-Pain trying to catch RJ, 9/10 in it. Unfortunately, RJ can't gain on Crazy Hurdler. This man has definitely got some speed in these Formula 2s. Crazy Hurdler is going mental on the track today. He's 5.6 seconds ahead of RJ, and he's gaining lap by lap. He's gaining by a fair amount as well. He's doing very well indeed. And Crazy Hurdler in the lead. T-Pain second place then, heading down the straight as RJ makes the pit stop now on the super softs. He's going to go on to the hards, most likely. Nope, the medium's waiting for him. Mediums get put on. There we go. F2 pit stop complete. Comes out of the pit lane, RJ. Crit with a 3-second time penalty, everybody, as penalties are starting to emerge in the race. Blaze has got one, Crit has got one as well, and they, you know, they're suddenly starting to emerge into the race. If you're still in the chat, let me know. Give a bit of support. SD with a 3-second time penalty, everybody, in this race. That's another one now. That's 3 drivers that have a penalty today, which isn't too great at all, but you know, 3 out of the 11 we've got here is absolutely nothing, and doesn't really matter, does it? It's not really going to affect too much apart from them guys that do have the penalties. So back up to the front, Crazy Hurdler, who is ahead in this race, ladies and gentlemen, by 6.7 seconds. He's driving incredibly well. Let's just give him that. Big Bazooms in 3rd place, T-Pain in 2nd place. At the moment, and Venom in 4 in the Van Ames 4, Elmez in the AIX in 5th, ST 6, Blazed in 7, RJ down in 8, but he did make that pit stop, remember, so at the moment, you know, this could work out well for him strategy-wise. We just have to wait and see when the rest of the Super Soft drivers decide to make their pit stops today. Only lap 9 of 32 in this race, and the drivers are still dragging them out. Has RJ made the right call to go into the pit lane at this time and put on the brand new medium compound tyres? We'll just have to see about that. Once the drivers have made the pit stops, we will see if it has put him at a disadvantage or, even better, an advantage. So we will see. On lap 9 of 32, as Crazy Hurdler still leads the pack by 6.9 seconds, now 7. That keeps fluctuating up and down, and at the minute, Crazy Hurdler, he is driving beautifully. Blazed with a 3-second time penalty behind. There's maybe a move on soon. Blazed and STE, they aren't too far away from each other. It's possible. I think the F2s, they sound quite nice, not gonna lie. They sound quite nice. I'm just looking for RJ's message a second, because of course you know what? No, first of all, let's go through the team show, everybody, for next season while we've got a bit of downtime. I think that's gonna be quite exciting to talk about. In the Alpines this season is Kick Melody and Crazy Hurdler teaming up together. The Aston Martin is Elmez and Blazed. The Ferraris, like I mentioned earlier on, that is Betty and Big Bazooms together on a team. The Haas cars are Peter and James. The McLarens are JC and Venom. The Mercedes are there with Mike and Critical Presence teaming up. We have Racing Bulls, it is Master and Bat Me God on a team together. Red Bull, like I mentioned at the start of the stream, is RJ and Rated F1, who I don't think Rated is joining us tonight, but RJ is definitely here. And then Sauber, it is T-Pain and STE. Williams is TH. And that is all we have for the standings this season so far. But it's looking very nice indeed. It really, really is. And like I mentioned earlier on, Helheim is now an official affiliate of Sim Racing Centre, and the message is, this partnership marks a new chapter for our team, and we can't wait to share more about the exclusive benefits, gear, and our very own Helheim Racing discount code coming soon. More details on both fronts to follow. Stay tuned. So that's going to be a very good one. And then at the top of that as well, we've got, as we gear up for the F1 2025 season, we're committing to donate towards this incredible organisation that supports veterans battling PTSD, anxiety and depression. But that's not all. Like I said, they're excited to announce Sim Racing Centre as an affiliate, so that is very nice indeed. Race in the chat. Damn Hurdler, he's doing very well. He really is. 9 seconds ahead today. You know, I'm a bit lost for words, to be fair. He has really showed up for tonight's race, and 8.7 seconds the gap between him and T-Pain. You know, bearing in mind, these drivers do have to pit. You know, the top two on the super softs, so they will go into the pit lane fairly soon. I mean, these tyres, they surely can't last too much longer than that. But right now, Crazy Hurdler, with the dominance over the rest of the drivers, he is driving beautifully, and he's still in the same position from where he started as well. He started on pole, and he's still there now. Betty joined us in the chat today. It's good to see you, mate. How are you doing? Hope you've had a very nice weekend, and same to you as well, Rated. Hope you both had nice weekends. As we prepare for Helheim Formula 1 2025 in a few weeks. It's going to be exciting to get into it, but of course we've got to finish this F2 off first. Good buddy, thank you. Good to hear it. Glad to hear it. But yes, lap 11 of 32, ladies and gentlemen. So we've had a very nice race so far. Crazy Hurdler, he is mental. Absolutely mental. This man clearly has put the practice in. Clearly the F2s suit his driving style, because today he has shown up for the race. Y'all in the chat, it's good to see you, mate. How are you doing? How's your weekend been? Thanks for joining us for tonight. But any battles we can watch, let's have a look. We've got Mike and Peter. Maybe we can get something here. We'll just see. In the moment, probably not. It's looking quite empty. But T-Pain in the pit lane. There we go. That's something we want to see. T-Pain on the super softs is gonna change them out to the medium compound tires, and there we go. T-Pain has made that pit stop. So has Elmez. Now he's in the pit lane. What can Elmez do? He is in P6. Where will he come out in this race, ladies and gentlemen? Elmez, P6 now in the pit lane. He's going to get the super softs off. The hards are. The medium's on, sorry, and at the moment, down in P6. Is he going to lose any positions to the guys powering down the pit straight now? Maybe. Or is he going to get out in time? He's going to cross that line now. He can go full speed out of the pit lane now. Is he going to meet the drivers on the exit? Is he going to get ahead? It's looking like he will. Yes, easily. He has got ahead of them drivers, and he is through to P6 in this race then. The pit stops then have started to come in, and this is where it gets exciting. Y'all been good, had a nice barbecue earlier. Good to hear it. I'm glad everyone's having a nice day. You know, it's just Helheim Racing, isn't it? The community is incredible. I've got to say, you've got to admire the work that goes into it as well, because it is definitely far from any of your usual racing league that you might see. You know, in a Discord server. It is far from it. It is. I'd say it's more of a brotherhood, really, isn't it? It's incredible what they've built, and. It's a pleasure to be able to commentate on it. It really is. But lap 13 of 22, Crazy Hurdler now is going to pit, everybody. This is lovely stuff. He's going to put on the medium compound tyres, and on his way out of the pit lane now. Will he drop too many positions? He's going to come out of the pit lane now. Will he get ahead? He's already been overtaken, sorry, by Big Bazooms, but will Venom power through? Yes, he will, easily. And he has found his way through to second place. Crazy Hurdler is going to settle for third at the... Oh, never mind. Is he going to battle him? No, he's going to settle for third at the moment, and he comes out of the pit lane. But he has pitted, don't forget now, so he's at an advantage compared to the top two, who still need to go into the pit lane. Crazy is still in the provisional lead. RJ has managed to get himself in second place again. Well, at the minute, P4, but it's provisional second place right now once the top two drivers decide to pit. but he has got a 6-second penalty to Crazy Hurdler, which is a second slower, a second down from Crazy Hurdler last time before the pit stops came in when they were close together. Clearly then, RJ's undercut has took a second off of that gap, and now it's 5.6, so maybe we might see something soon. As Crazy does get through past Venom, and now RJ should be able to gain fairly quickly on Venom, because RJ's speed has been pretty phenomenal. Not as good as Crazy Hurdlers today, but I've got to give him second place on power and speed. As Venom picks up a penalty now, he is the first driver to get a penalty up in the top area of the drivers today. While we're here then, everybody, maybe a battle between these soon. They aren't too far apart. Oh, actually, no, this is even closer. We're missing this. Look at this. Peter and Mike. This is absolutely lovely today. Look at this. Down the inside. Mike getting through past Peter. Can he make that move? Yes, he can. He's through to 9. Peter down to 10. And that is a brilliant move from Mike in the Prema as he gets ahead everybody in this race. What I was going to do was get the F2 standings up for this season so we can just go through what races we have left. And then, you know what, we might as well go through the, you know, the new season calendar as well. Why not? If I'm allowed to, I should be able to. Yeah, I should be. Let me know in the chat if I'm allowed to go through the new season calendar. Oh no, never mind. I will be able to because it's been posted publicly as well. Yes, buddy, of course. Okay. Thank you very much. So, let's quickly talk about the Formula 2s then, shall we? The F2s that we are currently racing in at the moment. The standings for that. Let me just quickly grab it up. Right, we are on round 3, Miami. Round 4, we go to Belgium on the Wednesday. Round 5 is Brazil on the 18th of May. Round 6, Canada. Round 7, Spain. 8 is Abu Dhabi. 9, rounding off in Qatar. That is lovely. Love Qatar. And that is on the 1st of June, 2025, for round 9. So we still have got another 6 races of this F2 before we get back into the F1s. So for me, I'm very happy with that. The F2s are very, very exciting indeed. Bring some good racing action, not going to lie to you. But yes, that is the F2s, everybody. The F1s are as follows. Give me a moment. Right, before the season starts, we have an F1 25 pre-season warm-up calendar. That is going to be round 1, Great Britain, on the 4th of June. So after the F2's finished, no break, we're going to be straight back into racing the following, you know, Sunday or Wednesday, whatever it is. Round 2 is Austria on the 7th of June. And then round 3 is the Netherlands on the 11th of June. That is the pre-season warm-up calendar, everybody. And then after that, we go on to the main race, which, as we normally have, 14 rounds. All tracks being in reverse if the game allows. Like, is that all tracks reverse for the pre-season warm-up, or is that? On pre-season, yeah. All right then. So, nice bit of info. Pre-season, everybody, if the game allows us to, should be driven in reverse. I do quite like that. It gives us a bit of a... Oh, hang on a minute. Something's happened on the track here. Somebody's gone round. ST, that's a bit of wing damage as well, I think. I'm not sure if it was from him, but there's definitely wing damage on the floor. And somebody is going to have to make a pit stop because of that. But the pre-season warm-up, everybody, is Great Britain, Austria, and the Netherlands. Then the main race, we go to GB on the 15th of June. Then it's Bahrain for round 2, China round 3, Baku round 4, Belgium is round 5, round 6 is Brazil, round 7 is Las Vegas, round 8 is Portugal, round 9 is Australia, round 10 is Singapore, 11 Abu Dhabi, 12 Austria, 13 Hungary, and round 14 is Qatar, ladies and gentlemen. For this whole new season coming up. 14 rounds. We start on the 15th of June. We finish on the 27th of July then for the season, ladies and gentlemen. So that is going to be quite fun indeed. But let's get back into the racing action then. There's yellow flags in the final sector. Oh, it's a VSC as well. That's a big crash from Blazed. As he hits the barrier, he is going to pick up a bit of wing damage there. And by a bit, I mean a lot. As he would go into the pit lane, he's going to have to get that complete thing changed. As Blaze now, he also speeds into the pit lane. It can't get any worse for him. He gets another penalty. And Elmes with a drive-through penalty as well for Speedy under the VSC. Luckily, it's not a full safety car, so we can still continue on. We have reached half race distance now, everybody. Only half of this race to go now. And then we are completely done with Miami. Every single driver on the mediums, apart from Blazed, who is now getting those changed onto the mediums. He was on the super softs. And now the rest, yeah, every single driver in this race find themselves on the medium compound of tyre. Which is nice to see. So pit stops have been in. Everybody's pitted that needs to. Now it is just full pelt to the end. Who has got the pace over the others? And Blazed is going to struggle with the penalties that he's got. He's got 16 seconds. Don't forget as well, Elmes will have to do a drive-through penalty soon, as the VSC is still upon us, and we are going to have to wait before we can go racing again. Big Bazooms leads by 5.8 seconds, and he's made a pit stop as well, I believe. No, he hasn't. And Venom either. Never mind. They need to pit. I've got that completely wrong. Big Bazooms and Venom still need to pit. So at the moment, Crazy Hurdler and RJ, provisional P1 and P2 as we go racing again. Mike with the drive-through penalty now. I think somebody else got one as well, or was that just... No, it was just Mike that got a drive-through. And Elmas got one earlier at the start of the VSC. But lap 17 of 32 then, everybody. We are into the second half of this race now. And Big Bazooms in the lead, but that is all going to come crashing down for him soon if he decides to go into the pit lane, which he should have to. Of course, after starting on these mediums, they're going to have to get changed. Crazy Hurdler, second place. He is sat pretty comfortably where he is at the moment. Venom in the in P3, he's going to have to go into the pit lane very soon. RJ will catch up then once he makes that pit stop, and will be in second place once the drivers that haven't pitted do so. But penalties have, you know, grown in this race. Big Bazooms will have some pace on them super softs. That is a very valid point as well. That is a very, very valid point. You know, he's dragged these out on the mediums, but he's going to get to go onto the faster tyre, you know, and is that going to work out for him? We would hope so. In the Invicta as he powers down towards the final corners. Will it be this lap that he decides to pit, or is he going to continue on with these mediums even further into the Grand Prix, everybody? We will just see. As Big Bazooms, yes, he carries on, so these mediums are going to power through as we've just reached the start of the second half of this race, so maybe he's going to do a little bit more and then pit for the super softs. But Big Bazooms in the lead. Crazy Hurdler second place. The gap is coming down as well, let me just tell you that. 3.2. The gap is definitely getting smaller lap by lap as Crazy Hurdler nearly loses his rears there. That was very close indeed for the Prema. Very nearly going around. That was close. But penalties. Should we go through the penalties for now then, everybody? Penalties. Venom with a 3. It is Elmes with a drive-through penalty. STE with a 3-second, Mike with a 10, Blaze with a 16, and Critical Presence with a 3. Right, the race continues on lap 17 of 32. We've had some nice racing so far, I'm not going to lie to you. It has been very nice. The battles haven't always been there, but I think that's just down to being 11 people, you know what I mean? I think that's probably because we don't have the full grid. But, you know, the drivers' standards as a whole, you can't fault it. It's been brilliant. Been a few crashes here and there due to, you know, personal error, but nothing that's messed anybody's races up on purpose, so we are all good with that. But I won't even expect the Helheim drivers to do that anyway. They've all been perfectly vetted. And checked out, and you know, everybody here is is top level. But RJ down the inside line. He's going to go for the move on Venom. Can he make that move on the inside line to take second place today? Here comes RJ. Venom down to 4. RJ up to 3rd. He's made that move that he needs to. And there he goes into 3rd place. It was very nice indeed for him as he makes the move up and past Venom here today. That was a very nice move, wasn't it? As he made his way through. Yeah, if anyone's in the chat that haven't messaged yet, let us know. We like the community here, and you know, if you want to get involved, send a message. Send a message and get yourselves involved, everybody, in the stream. But lap 19 of 32 here today, and Elmer's in the pit lane. Is that his drive-through? I think it's his drive-through that you need to serve. Yes, there we go. Serving that drive-through penalty. Coming out of the pit lane. P7 for him. Right then, what are we looking at here? Mike in the pit lane now. He's going to go for the new tyres as well. Mike, what is he going to do? Serve a penalty first, fair enough. It's going to help him out in the long run. And what will it be for him? Looks like the medium's weighing again. But is it? It is the mediums again for Mike. So a second set of mediums being used for On Air with Mike in the Proma. And he'll be heading around the track to try and catch up. I think he's being lapped, actually, or he's being overtaken by... Yeah, he's being lapped by RJ and T-Pain and Venom all coming through, powering down the straight, going to lap the Prema driver. That is going to be a... Oh, it's going to be an awful feeling for On Air with Mike, who is far, far behind now in this race. At a point where he's been lapped, you know, by all the way down to P5. It's not going to help his confidence today in this race. Big Bazoom still leads. He is still going to have to pit, but the gap now has been brought down to 0.6 of a second between him and Crazy Hurdler. Blaze with the 3-second time penalty. That is going to keep adding and adding as we have now 12 laps to go of this F2 feature race, as I think they're called. This Crazy Hurdler tries to chase down Big Bazooms. Is it possible today? It's looking very likely, as the gap was about 3.5 seconds. Oh, losing his rear there. Crazy Hurdler trying to keep it on the track. Then as we head down towards the left-hander, everybody. Big Bazooms in the race lead today. Now, Crazy Hurdler, second place. He's ready to make that overtake when he gets close enough. Blue flags are shown then, as I think that might be... It's a high-tech car. It's Critical Presence, I think. Yes, it is. Crit in this race. Crazy, still trying to catch Big Bazooms. The gap's 0.6 closer than ever in this race with 11 laps to go. Can Crazy make the move on Big Bazooms and just solidify his chances of winning this Grand Prix today? Big Bazooms still has to pit, but he will come out of the pit lane on the super softs, and that is going to benefit him massively. You know, I'm not entirely sure if he'll have all the time in the world to make the moves up. He possibly could do, he possibly won't. We'll just have to see, you know, depending on the day, what works out for him. You never know talking about it, but we will see. As the gap now 0.8 of a second, so clearly Crazy a bit better in the final sector. Here comes RJ, T-Pain, sorry, on RJ, sorry, I got that mixed around. He is getting a bit closer, and if you remember me saying as well, the championship is between RJ and T-Pain at the moment. RJ on 41 points, T-Pain on 30. The gap is 11 points, everybody. It's very close. At the moment, RJ is outperforming T-Pain by a few points. It's going to help him a hell of a lot That is what he needs in this race. T-Pain, on the other hand, probably doesn't want that. He's going to have to try and gain. Elmer's with an 8-second penalty, 3-second penalty. As there we go, finally, Crazy Hurdler gets ahead because Big Bazooms decides it's time to pit with 10 laps to go. He gets those super softs on, and this is it for him out of the pit lane for Big Bazooms. He's on the super softs. He's been overtaken multiple times. I actually think it's going to be down to P7 after this. No, never mind. Someone in the pit lane, so it won't be as much as that. P6 probably, as he gets overtaken now again. But I think, oh, was that a lapped car? No, never mind. He's all good. P4, not bad at all then. For Big Bazooms, and he will have the speed over most of the drivers now on the super softs. The only driver today to be on them, everybody else on the hards. His strategy could work today, but he has to make it work. That is the key. That is the key point. He has to make this work now. He's got 10 seconds to T-Pain. Then there's 3 attempts between that, and then another 13 to Crazy Hurdler. I don't think it's possible. I really don't, but I think he could still get in a few, possibly get himself on the podium, you know, if possible. So we're gonna have to see. There he is. That pro game in the chat. It's good to see you, mate. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us today. Thank you for being here. Glad to see you again. We've had a nice chilled out race so far, everybody. We really have. Why did I not get a notification before now about being live? Thank man, I'm doing good. I don't know, mate. Bit weird that is. You know, bit of an odd one. But what about you? Oh, I'm very good, thank you. I've been doing great. We've had a very nice race today. I'm not gonna lie, we really have. Not just for Helheim, but I did Formula B earlier on as well with Mr. Aidan Noon. We had a co-commentator. I've got some news for you. What's the news, mate? Pit stops for somebody, I think. Yeah. Oh, RJ. It's RJ in the pit lane. RJ makes a pit stop, ladies and gentlemen. Who was expecting this? Not me. I thought he was going to go to the end on these mediums, but no, he goes in the pit lane. He's going to put the mediums on again. And here he comes out of the pit lane. Very nice indeed. RJ, very fast stop. Going to come out of the pit lane in P4. That pro game, I'm going to try starting my own F1 league. Oh, that sounds very good, mate. I hope you do well. Good luck. Good luck with that. Thanks, looking for staff at the minute. I might help now and then, mate, if you need me, but oh, I'm just very busy at the minute. I really am. But if I can help now and then, I will help you out. Might with a 3-second time penalty then for a bit of corner cutting there, everybody. Which isn't ideal, isn't optimal, but speaking of that, let's go through some time penalties. Mike with another 3 in this race. And that is now going to equate to him, never mind, retiring from the session. Safety car out. That was a crash from Mike, I think, in the promo. It must have been, as he has retired from the race. We have a safety car deployed. And now we are going to have to sit under this for a brief moment. Should I send you an invite? You can, mate, if you want. But yes, as we have a safety car, everybody, I'm going to quickly give you a bit of a quick sponsor video. Hope you don't mind. From our sponsors over at Chat Titan. Oh my god, watch Big Bazooms go now. I know, it's going to be great. Quick advert. We'll see you in a few moments' time. Thank you very much.
Track Titan is the fastest way to become a better sim racer, with highly personalized insights assuring that you get the coaching that you need. Track Titan automatically records your driven laps and lets you pinpoint exactly where you're making mistakes, where you're losing time, and how you can fix it. When you sign up with Track Titan, you'll be able to analyze your driving, learn about tracks in the academy, and participate in driving challenges and community races.
Leaping off the line whilst Ryan needs to defend from Max 7, and Max 7's up, and Max 7's well up.
Allowing you to improve your sim racing at your own pace and in a friendly and helpful community. The Track Titan analysis doesn't just show you exactly where you're losing time, but also what faster drivers are doing differently than you, from racing lines to steering it.
Whoops, I accidentally turned the screen off, but I guess that's no advert for you. I was just replying to a thing, but I don't need to now, I can talk to you. Pro Gamer, is it free for some days for a trial? It is absolutely, mate. As you can see, you can get a 30-day free trial and 30% off the first month after that if you keep paying for Track Titan. But it is completely free for the first month, and it does not cost a thing. Helps me out as well, so if you want a way to help me out, that is one way. You can also, of course, subscribe using Amazon Prime, which a lot of people have. So... Can you send me a link on Discord? Is it... What, for Track Titan, mate? What's going on here? Pit stop's coming in. Blazed is in the pit lane. He's going to be coming out now. Yes, please. All right, mate. I'll ping you on over. But yes, we have got a very, very nice race on our hands, everybody. Till the end now. We're looking forward to it as well. In the chat, I predict Crazy Hurdler for the win. Let's see if it... comes true today then. There's the link. And we are going to get our heads stuck right back into the racing, everybody. Crazy Hurdler in the lead. T-Pain second place. Big Bazooms third. RJ 4. Venom 5. SG 6. Elmes 7. Peter in 8. Crit 9. And Blaze 10. Betty in the chat. Big Bazooms for the win. Safety car played into his strat. Let's see. Let's just see. Betty thinking Big Bazooms is going to go ahead and win this one. I don't think it's a bad shout either, to be fair. I really don't. Strategically, it's going to happen probably. That Pro Gamer, Jack, your prediction, I'm going to stick it on Big Bazooms. Just like Betty said, it's, you know, the strategy played perfectly into his hands. It's looking like it's going to go his way today. The top 4 with no penalties. Do not count RJ out either, because he has drove very well. So we will see. We will see what Big Bazooms can do in the Invicta. As lap 25 to 32 then, everybody. It's actually gone really fast. It really, really has. And, you know, only, what's that? 7 laps left of this race is mental. It's gone incredibly quick. The time is 4 minutes to 10. The UK time, everybody. And this is my second commentary of the night as well, so I'm getting quite tired now, but it's okay. We will persevere through. Crazy Hurdler just warming up his tyres a little bit there, unless he lost his rears and he just played it off a little bit. But T-Pain in second place, Big Bazooms in third. We are going to cross the line again and go round the track once more. Got the cam on today as well. Yes, mate, we've got it on every day now. We're going to keep it on all the time. Webcam is forever, I think. We've got this all the time now. Crazy Hurdler, he is going to have a fight on his hands, and T-Pain as well, both on the mediums. Big Bazooms looking very scary on the super softs. He has really, really landed in with a good one here. He has got a car in between him and... No, wait, what? Hang on. Who's that? I think, yeah, I think, is it an Invicta of Peter? No, it's not. What am I missing here? Who's that? Is it, oh, it's Crit, I think. It's Crit. Never mind. It is Critical Presence, yeah. Making a bit of contact there. 1v2 for prediction. The prediction gone versus Jack Crossley and Betty. Yes, I think me and Betty are going to be right. To be fair, I mean, I don't know, but I think Big Bazooms on the super softs, he is going to fly, like Betty said. It is really going to work in his favour. He has got to get through past one back marker of Critical Presence, and T-Pain has got the exact same job on as well. But who knows? Who knows how it's going to go, ladies and gentlemen? It could go any way today. And that way could be Crazy Hurdlers, that way could be T-Pains, that way could be Big Bazooms. Or even RJ. Like I said, he hasn't got a penalty, so... As here we go. Safety car on this lap, maybe? No way, we're going to run again. Another time. We are going around again. Who's that in the pit lane? I think the critical presence it is. So now the lap car is out of the way. That is not to worry about. Lap 27 of 32. We should get racing on lap 28, ladies and gentlemen, in this race now. As just a bit of... Oh, a lot of super softs now. I should have realised that. As Betty says, Venom on super softs. So, wow. Super softs are all over the track. Crazy, T-Pain, both on mediums, which are very long. And, you know, they are pretty much half. They've been on them tyres for nearly half of the race, which is mental, absolutely mental. They're going to struggle, to say the least. Big Bazooms on the super softs. The drivers behind him. RJ's on the 4-lap old mediums. That's not so bad at all. You know, they've got quite a bit of life left in them. They're quite young. I think his tyres will be should be okay, maybe to give a bit of fight. But everybody behind on the super softs, and only a few laps old, a couple laps old, 3-5 laps old. You know, it is going to be an incredible race to the line then, everybody. And I think we're going to get a close one. I really do, because the tyres are going to really play a good factor into this race. So we will see about that. As this should be the lap we go racing. We've been going around many times, and you know, the race end is very near now, as only a few laps before we reach the end. Crazy Hurdler will lead, but will he be able to hold it is the main question of today. We aren't entirely sure. T-Pain just behind in second place on the mediums as well. Both of their tyres, like I mentioned, are pretty much now about half of the race length old, which is mental. And now, safety car, I think, coming at the end of this lap. Peter with a 3-second time penalty. Yes, in at the end of this lap. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get going with it. Crazy Hurdler to lead us off. And let's go racing once more, and for the final time in Miami for the Formula 2s. It is time to go once again. Once we cross the line, it's 4 laps before the end. Crazy Hurdler will lead us away, and it is go, go, go for the drivers when Crazy decides to go. He gets the jump, and there we go. Down towards the line. Here we go. Very nice stuff from Crazy Hurdler already, holding it very well. T-Pain trying to catch him down into turn 1. This is where we're going to see the differences, because Big Bazoom's going to be able to brake later into the corners, carry more speed through, carry more grip, be just a lot more controlled through the corner, and he's showing that absolutely brilliantly now. He's going to go around the outside of T-Pain in this corner. Here comes Big Bazooms. He's made a 1 position now to make the overtake on Crazy Hurdler, and he has completed it for today. He's already gaining on the backside of him. This is an incredible strategy call then from Big Bazooms, as it's working beautifully. Here he goes down on the backside of the Prema. The Invicta looking very fighty and racy at the moment. He's going to try and go around the outside line now. The inside is going to be for the Invicta. Big Bazooms through past one. Can he be through past the other into the lead of the Grand Prix? Isn't looking so just yet. He's going to have to stay behind, but Big Bazooms is on for the race win. You've heard it here first. He's on for the race win. Elmez and Peter in P7 and 8. Somebody goes off there. Elmez goes off in P8 now, everybody. And I think that's an AIX driver of Blazed who's trying to go through past the drivers now in the AI mode. He has been lapped he's been lapped once, I think, and maybe picked up a bit of damage there as well. Hit the wall on the exit. But let's head down towards let's head down, everybody, towards the final few corners. Oh my god, Big Bazooms for the race win, for the race lead. He is through to the lead of this race, everybody. That is absolutely brilliant. And he leading this Grand Prix now in lap 29 of 32. Jack, if I saw this before, I wouldn't say Crazy for the win. I'm so dumb. Well, I don't know how to see the tyres. Elmez and Peter at 7 and 8. There's a bit of scrappers going on there, I think. Elmez down to 8, Peter up to 7. The racing so far is very, very good. Very, very exciting. It is just incredible. It really, really is. And Big Bazooms in the race lead and pulling a second at the moment. So the strategy has worked wonders for the man in yellow. Venom in P3, sorry, not in P3, Venom in P4 with a 3-second time penalty. And Big Bazooms has really pulled ahead now, 1.5 seconds, crazy. Trying to hold on to second place as RJ. I told you don't count this man out. He has got the speed on some of the drivers. He's leading the World Championship in Formula 2. He's going to try and get through past Crazy Hurdler as he maybe sticks up the inside line. No, he stays behind for now. He's getting very close to do so though. RJ on the verge of making a move into second place, everybody. Can he do so today? SDE with a 3-second time penalty as we head down the straight. And RJ is going to go for second place. Is it possible? Can he do it? Can he take second place in this race for Formula 2? He's getting very much closer. But for now, can't get through into second place. And we are going to head over the line onto lap 30 of 32. Lap 30 of 32 then, everybody. We have 2 laps to go in the race. RJ, second place now. He's made the move on Crazy Hurdler. Look at that. This man is brilliant. RJ in the high-tech car is ahead into second place. And now behind Big Bazooms, RJ is going to score well. He is going to score very well in this race today. As I'm quickly gonna, here he is, Aiden in the chat and Betty as well. I'm just gonna quickly get up the standings as the battles continue. Crazy Hurdler back again down the inside line. He's not settling for that then, as he's back through. I was just gonna say, as he is through to second place, Big Bazooms is leading this race. He's gonna probably win. He's in third place in the driver's standings, with quite a big point gap to RJ. So after today's race, if it finishes like this, I think RJ will still lead the championship, but just by a few points. It should only be by a few though. I think that gap will be brought down quite nicely. But RJ really wants to get ahead of Crazy Hurdler because it will benefit him a hell of a lot more than finishing in third. You know, second place finishing would be a hell of a lot better for him if he can do so. This is looking nice indeed. Venom in P4, looking about a second gap between him and RJ. RJ in third position now. He wants to make a move on Crazy Hurdler when he can. We're going to cross the line now to take us on to the penultimate lap of this F2 feature race, and we are enjoying it, to be fair. It's been really good. It really, really has. As now, RJ not looking like he can make a move at the moment. Maybe the mediums are dropping off just a little bit, but surely they can't drop off more than Crazy's with 18 lap olds. Crazy Hurdler has got some big tyre wear on them tyres. He's been on them for 18 laps, over half race distance, way over half race distance. It is it's pretty mental that he can continue to keep at this speed as well, while being on those tyres that are very old. But here we go, lap 31 of 32, the penultimate lap, ladies and gentlemen. Like I mentioned, Big Bazooms is running away with it, and we are going to head right down towards the left-hander. Here comes RJ on Crazy Hurdler, and for one of the final times that he gets a chance to do so, it'll be down the inside in the high-tech car. He gets second place for now, and that is going to really help him in his championship standings today. But can he stay ahead? He's made the same move that Crazy Hurdler did on him last lap around. He threw it back in his face, and second place is now RJ's, and that is absolutely brilliant, with a 4.5 second gap to Big Bazooms, which I don't think is going to be brought down. But only one lap left, ladies and gentlemen. Got to last another lap, surely. For a gamer, not very happy with his prediction. Right, everybody, lap 31 of 32. We are going to head towards the line for the final time. For the final time in this race. To start, lap 32 of 32. And Big Bazooms looking like a race winner already without a penalty. The top three, no penalties. RJ and Crazy Hurdler still going at it. RJ manages to hold on to second place again. And Big Bazooms, he is running away with it in P1, 5.1 seconds ahead of the pack. He's driving beautifully today and nowhere to be seen on the track. you know, 5.2 seconds ahead on the super softs. Nobody is going to stop that man in his tracks. And the race very soon to be over, so he can solidify that win. That sound that pops up when you follow Jack is the way I feel now. Thanks for re-following that pro gamer. Here we go then, everybody. We are going to head down towards the final few corners as Big Bazooms leads this Grand Prix. It's not, I don't know if it's probably a feature race, actually, you might want to call it, in Formula 2. It is round 3 of this F2 season. You know, before we start the main F1 season in a month or so's time. And Big Bazooms today, 3rd in the Drivers' World Championship standings for Formula 2. He's shown up today, and he's shown what he is made of in that Invicta car. He has really drove the wheels off of the car that he's been given, and it has been absolutely phenomenal. Not a mistake in sight. The championship is gonna go more his way this season now, as he'll cross that line as a race winner in Miami. RJ will come across the line now. He's gonna make it 2nd place. Crazy Hurdler 3rd. Venom will take 4. T-Pain up towards the line, ladies and gentlemen, will cross the line in P4 now with penalties. Venom down to 5. Elmez up to 6. ST7. I didn't catch the rest, but what a race, ladies and gentlemen. Should be very proud of yourselves. That was very nice indeed. Very, very nice indeed. Good stuff. Well, good race that was, everybody. Really, really good race. And the finishing results on your screen for the feature race tonight. Big Bazooms in the race winning spot from RJ, 2nd place. That's going to really help him stay kind of where he is in the championship, but it is still going to be a bit of a gap there. Crazy Hurdler in 3rd. P4 is T-Pain, 5 Venom, 6 Elmez, ST7, Peter 8, Crit 9, and Blazed in P10. Mike down in 11. He did retire in this race, but what a very nice Formula 2 race it was, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me tonight for the F2 feature race. It's been very fun indeed. If you enjoyed, make sure you send us a follow, and you know, if you get an Amazon Prime subscription, you can subscribe for free with Prime. Helps us out a hell of a lot. Thanks for joining us. Next stream is going to be probably on the Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, once again for Helheim Racing. If not, might do a few fun ones on Monday and Tuesday. But